Well, I'm talking to Mark Emanuelson of Cisco, and you're here at this conference in Riga to present some of Cisco's solutions for the small and medium enterprise. Could you tell us about those, please?
Yes, we call it the commercial segment, and that's the mid-market and SMBs. And what we're going to be talking about today here at the Cisco Expo is the Cisco Smart Business Roadmap, because we find that a lot of small businesses really have had a lot of challenges with technology in the past in terms of their investment. And what we've done is put a lot of work in building a smart business roadmap, which is really a kind of a blueprint plan that helps small businesses invest in technology with whatever level they are at, and then continue those investments and maintain the focus on getting impact from those investments.
So this is mainly about communication systems, telephony, IP telephony, and internet routing and that sort of services.
Yes, that's right. In fact, when you look at small business, it's actually the fastest growing area for Cisco. We're putting the most focus in the small business area. Small businesses have a lot of challenges, right? One is that they don't have a big IT staff, or they need to make sure that they're investing in the right way, or reduce cost, or increase their employee productivity. And so what we have is some brand new products that we've launched into this space called the Cisco Smart Business Communication System, which is a really easy to use, simple networks that have voice, complete voice solution in terms of telephony and voicemail and other applications. It has wireless and mobility. It also has a complete network, and it's really easy to set up, and it's one of the hot products from Cisco that we've launched recently.
You just mentioned one of the watchwords, which is mobility. A lot of businesses, well, this is a big business, for instance, Telia Sonera in Sweden, they don't have fixed line telephones anymore. They have an internal phone network, and then when you go out on the street, you're on the mobile network. How are you handling mobility? The problem of a handover from, say, the internal Cisco IP network to the mobile network and that sort of thing, and also devices.
Well, mobility is a really important enabler, actually, because it helps employees be more productive. Like, in our work, all the services that I get in the office, I also can take on the road. So when I'm logging in from a hotel or I'm logging in from my home, I have all the services that I would get in the office. So mobility is a key way that businesses can use the network to make their employees a lot more productive. And that's one of the things we talk about in our Cisco Smart Business Roadmap for SMBs and for small businesses, is that after they've built a foundation for the network, they can actually go into a growth phase by integrating mobility. And one of the proof points on that is some new products that we've launched in partnership with Nokia. So you can buy very simple mobile phones now that have all the services integrated into the mobile, and it can also work both on the wireless network, the mobile network, or also works within the Wi-Fi network, the wireless network in the building. So it's integrated services.
So you're talking about the Nokia E series.
That's right.
Right. So these phones can be operated as in-house IP phones on the Cisco network through Wi-Fi, and when you go out on the street or on the road, they go over to the
the public wireless network, the GSM network. So what's interesting here is that it helps employees be really productive. It's not really about is it an E-series Nokia phone, or is it the technology involved. It's about how you use it and how you integrate that into your business, and how you help the employees be really productive, because we all experience a lot of issues with phone tag and voicemail and trying to get a hold of people. Mm-hmm. And what you find now is, using the technology and innovations that we've done, you can actually help the businesses be really smart about how they're integrating their employees, and you eliminate the issues of finding people, finding where they are. They can be connected anytime.
Well, on the IP network, you're certainly always aware of presence, but what about outside? Are there any enablers for mobile networks to detect presence?
Yes, actually, on the E-series phone, you can. We have an application that we've also launched which was an acquisition we made called Orative about 3 to 6 months ago, where we actually have all the presence information on the phone. We have a very unique application called the Cisco Unified Messaging Client, which is it's like, similar to what people would be familiar with instant messaging and other things,
right.
But it's much more enhanced because there's a presence application in there, so you can see who's online, which also includes the mobile network. And,
okay.
And the Orative application, which we acquired, actually has a small application that sits on the mobile phone, which you can see the presence of other people into the network as well from your mobile.
Yeah, in other words, on the conventional IP network, I'm in the office, and say Sam is in the office. I see that Sam is in and available because we're on the same IP network. But if I'm out if we're both out of the office and he's on the mobile network and I'm on the mobile network, this application will alert me to the fact that he's reachable.
Exactly, and you can see that on the mobile phone. You can see if he's reachable. You can see what his status is, because he may say, well, I'm in the office, but I'm in an important meeting, so I don't want to be disturbed. And then he can also set up protocols. So he could say, well, maybe I want you to be able to get in touch with me because I'm expecting an important call, but then other people I don't want to get, or maybe if my family calls, I want it to go right through. And so you can set up these protocols and these sort of status as far as your presence on the network and actually manage that in a real way.
Yeah. So you can basically then carry the whole IP set of services out the door.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You can carry, and that's working on most all the standard mobile platforms. So it's a simple application you can download to the phone and then integrate that into your small business or large business. And this is the kind of things that we're bringing actually both to small businesses and big enterprises, because these are the kind of applications that typically big, large enterprises would use, but now actually small businesses can do the same.
Out here in Eastern Europe, do you find that there's more receptiveness to this kind of new way of doing business than elsewhere, where you have a lot of legacy and you have traditions going back 50 years or whatever?
Well, very much so. In fact, I think Central and Eastern Europe is one of the most promising markets in the world, because you have this whole leapfrog effect, right? In that businesses are using new technologies, new applications in a much faster way than, say, in Western Europe or in the U.S. In fact, for Cisco as a company, what we call the emerging markets, which include Central and Eastern Europe, other markets like Middle East, Africa, Russia, Latin America, it's the fastest growing area for Cisco. It's driving most of the growth for the company. And the reason is because we have little legacy, and we're able to actually leapfrog and use these new applications in new ways. And so what I see is actually some of the best references coming out of Central and Eastern Europe. So I'm really pleased to be working in this region, because I think it's one of the most dynamic and interesting in the world.
Great.